I'm getting around to it finally. I just watched my Other Thoughts Thursdays from 2 weeks ago, and I've been busy with stuff, so I haven't uploaded it. But this will be a follow up to that one, so if you haven't seen the other one, watch the other one, because my list for movies has gotten much longer, and the Iris update I'm going to do is very important, and a lot of other things are going on. It's been a good week. I hope nothing ruins it. I would still like to get a haircut, but that's another day. Okay. Uh, the 4th of July week is approaching, as you can see. It's literally next week, but the fireworks are in 6 days, and Saturday in the Park free concert is in 8 days. So there's a lot that's going to happen in the next week or two. So let's just start off with Thoughts Thursdays. In the other one, the last Thoughts Thursday, I will upload before this one. I mentioned a lot of stuff, but I started, I think, with movies. I already forgot. But I'm going to do old and new. New to me, anyways. Because I'm behind for like a decade of movies. Because I don't go to the... I mean, I can't rent anymore from like the store because they stopped years ago. And I don't go to movies because they cost too much. It's stupid. So here are the movies that I'm going to do my version of reviews on. I mentioned Jungle, Halloween, War for Planet of the Apes, Jezebel, A Quiet Place, Resident Evil, the final chapter, Escape Room. Now here are the ones that I didn't mention, and there's 23 of them. So I've got enough to last like 1 or 2 a week for the rest of the year. But I'm going to do Beast, good movie. The Giver, great movie. Venom, no. Too comical, not great. I will do a review on it though. The Convent, which I keep pronouncing wrong, but The Convent, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those movies you'd fall asleep through because it's not that great. But I'll do a review on it anyways. Assassin's Creed, okay, not the greatest. The Maze Runner, I'm trying to think if I liked it, but I think I did, so it's like The Death Cure, Amazing Race. Not Amazing Race. The Maze Runner, The Death Cure, it was okay. Murder on the Orient Express, again, not that freaking great. I fell asleep through it. It was too Sherlocky homey-ish, and I was expecting an old black and white feel, and it kind of did, but it kind of didn't, and it was very disappointing. Okay, The Forest, which I did forget to mention. I watched before most of these. Really good scary horror movie. It was different. I'm going to do reviews on it. I'm not even going to get in detail, but Allegiant, which was the Divergent series, I liked it. It was good too. But that one certain male character again, with his ignorant, two-faced, double agent, oh, I'm good, no, I'm bad, no, I'm good. I don't know why they didn't kill his character. He's not a good actor. He screwed up the relaunch of Fantastic Four. If you know who he is, whatever, but he's a loser. Solo, not the greatest movie I've ever seen. In fact, I didn't like the ending at all. And I think it was too much green screen with bad acting. And not enough... I mean, and the fact that that stupid guy that's in all the movies... I don't know. I don't know. Gods of Egypt, I did see on TV, which I didn't realize until I rented it. But that's how long I wait to see movies. They get on TV before I have a chance to rent them. Sorry, I can't watch. Young and the Restless just came on after Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Jeopardy. I mean, what is the game? Okay, The Price is Right. We're in the morning. We're not at night yet. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay, Atomic Blonde, let me tell you something. I love Charlize Theron, but why in the hell she picks a role where smoking is in every scene? Here's my god dang problem with that. If it's for literally just lighting a cigarette in a scene and then cutting away from it, why put it in a fucking movie? Every other scene there was smoke. It didn't last for a millisecond. It doesn't add. It doesn't take away. If it's unnecessary and unneeded and undirected, why the fuck put smoking in movies? Take it out. She's gorgeous. She has fucking talent. She should have a fucking brain to not take roles like that. I don't care if it's based in the 80s, in Berlin, or wherever the fuck it's based. Do not add smoking to a fucking movie. It is dumb and adds nothing. I will say that about every movie, including Burnt, which is... Okay, I watched Tomb Raider. Okay, they made it infection zombie type ending. I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it yet, but, that was okay. But I still think she has no talent. The Tomb Raider should stay with who it stayed with, Angelina Jolie. Now, Burnt. I watched that one last night, and then Hereditary yesterday. Burnt stars Bradley Cooper, which I didn't even know was a movie, but he plays a chef, which I was all for. Now, I'm okay that he had drugs in his past, like 2 or 3 years. It was like a before part at the beginning of the movie. That's fine, because it didn't show him doing any of it, I don't think. It didn't do any of that stuff. But then he had to smoke for like one scene. And I was like, why the fuck would you do that, Bradley Cooper? You son of a bitch. But, it ended up being a really good movie despite that. I just don't stand why anyone would smoke in a kitchen. It made me want to jump through the screen like Gordon Ramsay and slaughter the bastards for fucking destroying a beautiful fucking movie with just that bullshit. And that's all going to be in my reviews. I'm going to fluidly speak and cuss and do whatever, because I can't hold them back. If they suck, they suck. If they're good, they're good. If there's one flaw like smoking, you better know I'm gonna rip the fucking movie from head to tail. Hereditary. It was long as freak. Probably one of the longest horror movies of the genre that I've ever seen. It was like 2 hours and 7 minutes from start to finish. Not including the end credits, mind you. Hereditary. I don't understand the title of the movie because nothing was hereditary, which I think is transferred through the mother or something, like traits, right? Hereditary. I don't know if it's both the mother and father, but I think it's mom transferred. And technically, it did do that in the movie, but I think hereditary is just family traits. I can't remember because I don't know, but learning that stuff in school was a long time ago. I guess I can't remember hereditary, but I'm guessing it's traits transferred through family. Hereditarily or whatever, like hair color, eye color, or psychological traits, I guess. I don't know. But the movie wasn't terrible. It just wasn't that great. First of all, they picked this ugly, stupid looking, like Neanderthal looking girl to be their daughter, and I don't know what they were thinking, but she don't look a damn thing like the rest of her family, so there ain't nothing hereditary about that bitch. And I don't care how rude that sounds. She ugly. And I'm glad she dies. Oops, spoiler alert. But you see it coming, so. I mean, and she's so... It's kind of like what Rob Zombie did to Halloween, Michael Myers. Picture that ugly freak as a woman. There you go, Hereditary. And the ending is like, okay... You want to see nudity in a frickin' horror movie, but you don't want to see a bunch of old geezers worshipping Satan naked. It's disgusting and stupid. The whole last 20 or 30 minutes, you should just shut the movie off and be like, wow, that was a good movie. Okay? Sort of. It's got a little twist here and there, but it's predictable if you've seen enough movies like me, that I knew from the second I saw a lady across the fence or something that... But I'm not going to spoil it. I will do a review on it. Okay. Yeah, 24. I've got 2 dozen. I'm going to film 23 more, but there's 24 in total reviews that I'm going to do. But now we'll move into Iris update. I successfully bred 2. Not just 1, 2. And the seed pods are about that big. About an eye. They're probably bigger than my eye. They're probably like 2 eyeballs. I mean, They're probably like almost the size of a small kiwi. So they are definitely successfully bred. There's 2 of them. One's really big though. So I will harvest those in about 5 or 6 more weeks. And that'll be near the end of July or the beginning of August. Like the first week in August, I can harvest them. And they will be my lemon champagne bearded iris that I bred myself from champagne and a yellow one that's really bright and lemon. I'm calling it lemon because I like lemons, I guess. But, and now we can move on to, book reviews. I did get prizes for those little card things, you know, with all the things that you should do for the library. I got like a Baja Mountain Dew thing, and I got, well, I can show you, I guess. Okay. And by the way, I reached the halfway part of the book, and I'm on part 4 of Auschwitz Escape. I still recommend it. It's brilliant. I got this book thingy that says, bookmark. It's got a little hand on it. Watch this. Ring, ring. Okay. Anyways, it's getting good, this book. That was in the last Dots Thursday. Yeah, I'm on page like 230, 240, and there's less than that to go, so I re-rented it again, and it's not due till 3 weeks from now. And at my rate of 90 a week, I think, I can definitely do that. I know that 90 doesn't sound like a lot, but I read like only 3 or 4 days of the week. Okay, for like a couple hours. So for me, that's excellent. And the next one I will rent is Fallout, because it's still at the library. So that's cool. I don't want to give anything away about the book. I want to just do my own set of... It's literally going to take probably 10 videos to describe all of the stuff that's in that. But I don't know if I want to do like a long-ass video about it, or if I should do it week by week while it's still fresh, but I still remember everything in the book, so I think I'll just wait until I'm done with it. And that way, when I put it in the library, someone can rent it. I don't know. But, this is an update. Okay, I mentioned how crappy, I've already forgotten the name. Guns for Glory, I think it was. It's no longer on here. I removed it. I got so sick of it. It wouldn't even open anymore. Just like Final Fantasy XV. So I removed it, and everything's okay. I still have Candy Crush on here, Monsters, Legend, and Lords Mobile, which is still great. I'm a week away from my year anniversary of logins. Consistent logins without a failure. It's fully charged. But, so that's cool. I deleted it. No hard feelings towards the game. I couldn't even deactivate my account because it literally just doesn't stay open long enough to do anything. And I think the game will not be anything in a year. When I looked at the re-download, it had dropped from number 1 to like number 3 top overall. So it's on its way down. XV at least stayed at the top 10 or something for a year or something. I don't know. But moving on, as you can see the background, that's cherries. I picked like 2.5 pounds of cherry, 277, I counted them, cherries 2 days ago. And then that night, I picked a half-gallon bucket of fresh mulberries, some of the best I've ever seen. And it made a gallon of fresh rhubarb mulberry with an infusion of 3 ghost peppers jelly. I made a half-gallon bucket. I'm letting it thick for a couple days before I jar it, because the stuff my grandma gave me a couple years ago was expired by 5 years. This year is 5 years expired, but it's still pecting. Like, it looked good and smelled good, and as long as I kept it refrigerated. So I'm just testing. I didn't follow a recipe. It said 7 cups of sugar for roughly the amount of fruit that I had. I think I used like 3 or 4 quarts. And it was all frozen. And so I put 7 cups of sugar. So I got like literally 3/4 to almost a full gallon of juice. I took out all the pulp, all the seeds, Only like 10 or 12 got through, but it'll all float and I can scoop it off. It looks like it's getting thicker. It tastes amazing. The burn is right at the back of the throat. I made my own recipe basically for jam. It's got ghost peppers, mulberries, rhubarb. I've put a little bit of salt because instincts told me if I'm adding 7 cups of sugar and all the berries are sweet and tart, I put like just a tiny sprinkle of salt. I did put cinnamon to warm it all together and make it aromatically more pleasing to kill the ghost peppers, which can really burn and irritate your nose. And water. That's it. 6 ingredients plus the stuff to make the jelly set up. And if that does, if worst comes to worst, I can just put gelatin in there. And that'll thicken it up like jelly. But I think I'm going to just freeze it and make sauces out of it for, I don't know, cheesecakes, bread puddings, stuff like that. Cakes. Whatever. Muffins, scones. I love it with scones, especially mulberry. It's my favorite. But anyways, yeah. I've still got, I froze another like quart, and I've got another quart, and I'm gonna harvest more because mulberries around here last for months, and cherries there's severe thunderstorm watches and stuff, so I'm not gonna go picking cherries today, but that is definitely something I'm gonna do again because the tree that I picked from is like 100 years old. Every branch had like literally my desktop background per branch. It was like you scoop your hand and you pull back cherries, a whole handful of cherries per little like leaf. It was amazing. And ditto for the mulberries. Okay, we're running out of time here. We're almost approaching 8 minutes. So we got the berries, we got the iris update, we did the movie review things, we did the book update, and I've been walking a lot more. Oh, last Thursday or Friday, I found 30 cents. I left a penny on the street. Then I found a dime the next day or whatever on the same street. I left them there. So then the next day, I found a $30 on a street that I had found 5 years ago. It was a 20 wrapped around a 10. So it took me up to like $31 or something that I found on the street. So walking is paying off both physically, mentally, and awesomely. I mean, so that's cool. Speeding through other things. Yesterday had a good day. I made the jams and stuff. But I also got to go get my favorite junk food on Gardetto's. They were 99 cents, which is a penny cheaper than their normal sales. So I got 3 or something, and Bugles. Shout out nacho cheese ones. But that's not important because I got plants on sale. I'm glad I waited an extra week because they went from 33% sale to 50% sale, which means my tomato plants were 89 cents, and my cool dragon coleus, which is a leafy plant that's very nice, like geodement colors and stuff, it was 99 cents or 89 cents. Less than $2 for 2 plants that would have cost me $5 or $6 is a deal, a steal deal. I'm very happy about it. I got some lightning pictures. That's my thoughts Thursday, but then I think that was lucky. I got 5 or 6 good pictures, and it was like, whatever. That was a couple of nights ago. First of the year, lightning pictures. So I'm happy about it. But my camera's dead, and that's okay. I'm going to wait to buy batteries. Because, again, there's a full next week or 2 coming up, and I hope nothing screws it up. So I'm just going to upload this Thoughts Thursday and edit this one, because it's 2 parts now. And we'll see you guys next time for more Thoughts.